Hi everyone, this is Rosie from Nonna Stitching Lounge. This is a show where we do some crocheting, some knitting, yarn purchasing, of course, yarn hoarding, and a lot of dreaming about what we're going to knit. So to all my returning viewers, thank you for sticking with me because I haven't broadcast probably since May, I think, of 2021. And so I am here again because I have a shitload of stuff, excuse my language, to show you. I actually broke out into a big sweat just trying to find everything that I've made for the last, last 9 months. So hold your horses, go get a cup of tea or a drink because you might need it. And I'm going to talk about what I did in the last half of 2021. So welcome. Oh, and welcome to my new subscribers, which there are still new subscribers even since I haven't been on. So welcome everyone. So, wow, it's been almost 7-8 months. Crazy, I know. So what have I been doing? So for those of you who don't know, I live in Hamilton, Ontario, which is just outside of Toronto. Nonna and I moved here last December. And since then, we've had a major home renovation, and I will be posting the final reveal this week sometime. So stay tuned to that because I did. For those of you returning, you know that I've been posting the construction, never got to the final reveal, so I apologize for that. So yes, we've been doing our renovations and then, furnishing the homes and got everything painted, new blinds, all kinds of stuff. I'm still working at home, so I have not yet retired. I did go back to the office one day, which is in Toronto. And so I did move outside of Toronto. So the commute's about an hour and 15 minutes. So I did go in once and took me a week to recover because I was in such bad shape and not used to the commute and getting up early and all those things again. And then just as we thought we might be getting back to the office a couple of days a week, Omicron hit. So in Ontario, our premier has decided to shut everything down again. So I'm not going to get into politics. And then Monday, we are reopening some of the restaurants and the gyms and all that stuff again. So that's good. So I'm not sure when we'll actually go back to the office. But Nonna and I have been pretty quiet. We've been here. At Christmas, we did have some of the family, but at separate times. We, knock on wood, have not have not had COVID, although we do know people who've had it. Although everyone says that it's just a matter of time before everybody gets Omicron and builds those immunities. So anyway, we've bypassed it thus far, but probably because I rarely go anywhere. So I work here, and then when I'm done, I'll go for a walk around the block or something, and then I'll just knit and crochet and mind my own business, which suits me actually quite fine. I think when I was younger, I used to think that, when I'm older, I'm just going to travel. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go out all the time and all that kind of stuff. And then, I don't know. I just like sitting, knitting and crocheting. And so so that really is the new, we have nothing. We haven't traveled anywhere. We haven't done anything. We were going to go away in March. But we haven't been away for 2 years now. And those of you that have been with me for a while know that we love to travel, and we've go like twice a year, go away. But maybe April, we'll see what the world looks like in April. We might be in Mexico, so we'll see how that all transpires. So anyway, this is going to be a long video, I think. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but I like I said, I went through my drawers to try to figure out what have I finished. Of course, I don't have everything because some of it was gifted. I don't even remember. I think I had just started this, my last podcast. So let's start with what I'm wearing. So this is the Sunday tee. I believe, from Petite Knits. And I made, some of you will know if you've been here for a while, I made 2 open sweaters. I made this one. I made my granddaughter one. I think if I can, I'll post it here. I made, well, both my granddaughters open sweater. Apparently Peyton, who some of you have seen, she loves her. She wears it all the time. So she's definitely knit worthy. Anyway, so yeah, so I made a whole bunch of these. I went on a Petite Knit Sunday tea kick. I'll show it to you standing up. So this yarn is a knit crate yarn, and I did not make it this long, but anyway, it did, when I blocked it, it did expand. It got longer, unfortunately. So because I mean, I don't mind this length, but this is my preferred length right here. So I'm not sure if I can actually shrink it again. I don't know. But I like short sleeves, and so this suits me fine because I'm always forever rolling up my sleeves. So I'll tell you a little bit about the yarn because I had 4 of these and I only used 3, I believe, to make this. So I have 1 left over. So it is a knit crate yarn, and for those of you that don't know what knit crate is, it's a subscription box that sends the yarn every month. I've paused mine, but you will see that I still go in and purchase during Double Down, BOGO, and all kinds of stuff, but we'll talk about that probably the next episode. So, and also I have a video all about my knit crate yarn that I will post at the end that you can take a look at. Anyway, so this is the little Vitellana. It is a 50% superwash merino, a 30% linen, and 20% silk. Hand wash only, lay flat to dry, and in 100 grams, there's 400 yards. So it's definitely fingering, and I don't remember what size needles I used because, I'm really bad at putting anything on Ravelry. But I probably, I don't know, it looks pretty fine. I'm thinking it had to be like 2.75 or something. It's pretty fine. And I'm presuming that it's because it's 50% superwash merino that it actually, and the linen, it kind of, yeah. But anyway, I don't know, does anybody know if I can actually shrink it again? I doubt it, but it's okay. It's all right. I mean, it fits. It's nice baggy sweater. I love it. I wear it all the time because it feels so nice. It's very light, and I get hot very quickly. So this is just a perfect. Now the colorway is sandstone, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this because this is all I have left. I did go on Knit Crate and I was going to buy another one. But I don't see it anymore. And the shipping here is crazy. So anyway, that's why I paused it actually. Unless I'm buying a big order, I don't want to pay the shipping. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe I can mix it with something, but because it is merino and linen and silk, anyway, it's really nice. And it feels really, really nice. So that, I believe, was one of my last finished projects before my last video. So, what else have I done? Okay, well, why don't we talk about my design here? And this is a crochet design. So this is a bathing suit cover that I designed. And this summer, I made about 10 of them, at least 10 of them. Now, I have one here that I made a long time ago for me, which was similar, but not exactly the same. So this, I remember, I don't know if you guys remember this one. It's done with Caron cotton cakes, and I still have tons of these. Anyway, this Caron cotton cake is this particular one, which I still have a whole ball, and I think a green too. This one is beach glass, and I don't even know if they sell the same colors anymore because I haven't been to Michael's in about a year. So 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. So I use this to make this. And this one is a little bit different in that it's made from one end to the other. I make one panel, one end to the other. I make the other panel, one end to the other. And then I stitch it up here. I leave a little space, and then I add these little cords here. Something else here, I'll show you later. I do the same thing for the back, as you can see, but I put it up a little higher so that it doesn't fall off the shoulders. And then what I do, because I made it for so many different people and sizes, I leave the side open, and I make a really long cord, and then I sew it through, as you might see, or just not sew it through. I weave it through. So this is so cool. I'm probably going to do a tutorial on it because I've made so many, and it really is one size fits all. So after I'm actually done that, the only thing I'd finish it with is with a couple of rows of half double or double crochets at the bottom, just to lengthen it. So I'll tell you, this I made for a small size. I made for an extra large size. Probably if you go above extra large, you may have to increase your panels, just make them a little bit wider. But because I do this weaving at the side, if you're a little bit bigger, you just leave it a little looser, so it's a little bit more see-through. Or if you're smaller, it goes a little tighter. Or if you're smaller, I just make the cord a little shorter, and you widen it, right? And I'll tell you, everybody I know has one of these bathing suit covers, and this is also Caron Cotton Cakes. It's a different color. I don't remember what color it is. Like I said, I will probably do a tutorial on this because I just think it's so cool and so easy, and it's just so much fun. And it turns out really cool, especially as you're coming this way. And I did not, in this one, I don't think I color controlled. I might have color control just where I started so that it kind of meets in the middle. But as you can see, you can never figure it out, because over here, there's like 2 rows of blue, and over here, there's only 1 row of blue, but that's okay. It turned out really cool. So this one belongs to a friend of mine in Michigan, actually, who came for the summer to visit. I didn't finish it before she left, and then COVID hit again. So anyway, so I will give that to her when she returns for her visit. And I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but I think Rosie's Cover Up using Caron Cotton Cakes or something to that effect. But so that's that. Now, I did make another cover up, and I made a couple more actually, because that's what I like to do with the cotton. I like to crochet it, first of all, because it goes really fast, obviously. And you make these lacy stitches, and so I like to say I'm bi-stitchable. So I know it's an old joke, but I do have a video on the differences between knitting and crocheting, and I think I'm pretty proficient in both, mostly crocheting probably, but I do okay with knitting. And so I have a video that I compared the two, so I can put that at the end if you want to take a look at it. Okay. So this is my new mannequin, by the way. This is the mannequin that my girlfriend Julie gave me from Michigan, and so rightfully her dress sits on the mannequin. And I'm gonna change. I'm calling her Paris because that's what it says up here is Paris. So I'm gonna change Paris and show you what else I made. Okay, so here I am, and Paris is now wearing another, it's a dress. Again, it's more of a bathing suit covered dress. It's fairly long. It comes to my knees, I guess, just beyond my knees. We'll see. At the bottom, it's just, you just keep going down the bottom. Now, the actual pattern is called the Sunny Day Top, crocheted by Accessories. I'll put a picture, but I'll just put this picture there. It's black and white, unfortunately. So I just took this pattern and I made it into a longer dress. I found the top just, I don't know, didn't know where to wear, how to wear it, whatever, but I thought this was really cute as a, you know, a cover up, or if you're wearing like shorts or a tube top or something, this is really cute. You can also wear it with leggings, a tank. So I'm hoping you can see it well enough. Let's see. Yeah. So I stopped increasing. You'll see there, I stopped increasing about here, and then I just made it fall down. And this was actually done with Lamia bamboo. It is really beautiful. I've done it in blue. I had bought a whole bunch of blue ones, and then I had all this gray, and it's just a really lovely, lovely texture, and it falls so nice. So I had bought a whole bunch of Lamia, and it was a bamboo. I don't know if I can find it was 100% bamboo from what I remember. And I'm gonna, oh, I have all these tags. You think I could be a little bit more ready on showing you the tags, but I did get the, oh, here it is. So it's premium hand, it's just 100% bamboo. And I think I used, I don't know, 5 of them, 4 or 5. I don't think I used that many, because I used this is crocheted, but I used a pretty large needle. I think it turned out really cool. So that is what Paris is wearing at this point. So as you may have noticed, I also changed during the intermission to talk about this other top that I believe I started shortly after I stopped broadcasting, and it is called Etude, I do believe. Yes, Etude. So it's here. This pattern is with fingering, but I used, I do believe, Audine Wool's Twinkle DK from Knit Crate. So, yes, so I'll stand up and you'll see that it's not as long as the other one. I actually, because of my experience with Knit Crate and it always getting bigger, I did make this one a little smaller, and then I blocked it to just try to make a little bit longer and increase it. But it is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% stellina, and it's 250 yards for 100 grams. So this is called Coral. I believe it's called Coral. No, it's called Squad Goals, but it is Coral. And this was a pain. It wasn't a pain, I was a pain. Because, well, what I learned doing this is how to follow knit charts. So it is a paid pattern, so I probably shouldn't have showed that. But anyway, probably wouldn't be able to see too much of it. Once I started following the charts and really understood the charts, and what I did was for every pattern repeat, I put a marker all the way around. Once I did that, it was so easy. And I don't know, I know people had suggested it but once before, and I even did this with the crochet because this pattern kept, I kept screwing up on the repeats. So, yeah, so once I started doing that, it went really, really fast. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little sparkle in it, but it is beautiful. I think the pattern it made is just gorgeous. It's at the back, it's top down, you can see it. Like I said, it's a little tighter fitting, which is okay. It's a little shorter, but again, I made short sleeves. I did not make long sleeves. The pattern does come with long sleeves, but I can't, even now I'm hot. I can't wear long sleeves. So, so really, really nice pattern. Again, it's a design by Ririko, R-I-R-I-K-O. And it calls for fingering weight yarn, but I use DK. So it took me a while to kind of, you know, figure out my size. I hate gauging. I know I should gauge. Okay, don't tell me. I know I should gauge, but I don't like gauging. So I must have put it to, you know, start knitting it, I don't know how many times before I actually figured out how to do the stitch markers and read the graph. So that was cool. So yes, etude, pretty. All right, so I'm going to now change Paris, and I'm going to also change something else. So I told you it was going to be long, so you may want to pause the video right now, go get another drink, and come back. Okay, see you soon. So welcome back. I have changed once again, and I have Paris in another dress that I made. This one is again crocheted. I don't know if you can see it. We'll try to move her a little bit closer. Paris. Oh, there we go. It is crocheted. It started out, I mean, sometimes I don't know. I just start and I don't even know what I'm making. So this is actually made with ice yarns called jeans. So I don't know. I think it's just 100% cotton. Yep, 100% cotton. So it's just ice yarns called jeans. Made in Turkey. And some of you know that I bought a whole bunch of these. So I thought, oh, okay, for the summer, let's just, you can see I washed it and it creased, but it's cotton. It will, as you know, droop a little bit. It looks like it's maybe a DK type of yarn. So I started in the round, and then once I got to here, I split here, and I just started going, I split did the back, and then I joined again here. So again, this is kind of a summer dress. You can wear it. It's not see-through, which is pretty good, because I did, I think, half doubles everywhere, except here I did V-stitch around the waist. I did another little V-stitch here and another little V-stitch here, but you don't see it very much because of the variegation in the yarn. And again, I made this up. I don't have a pattern for this. This is one of my own designs, but it started out as a top, and then I just thought, oh, let's make it a little dress. So it's cute, just a cute little dress. Again, to wear, you know, friends of ours have cottages. We go to the cottage just to wear out in the morning over a bathing suit or over shorts, something nice, or even around the house. I like, because it can get pretty hot in here. So that I also made in the summer. Yeah, so again, just round neck, comes down, jeans. All right, and okay, so what else do I have on? So this is probably one of the few sweaters that I made long sleeves. And this, it came out, it's a little short, but I like that length. It hugs right at the right places, which is great. The sleeves are not that long. I could have probably made them just a touch longer, but I usually do this anyway. But I don't know if you guys recognize this pattern, because there's been quite a few people who have made this pattern. It is actually the Miserina. But you may notice mine does not have two colors. So I saw that this is a Miserina by Caitlin Hunter, and I saw it, I guess Tracy from the Grocery Girls made one. And it was just beautiful. Loved it. And it has everything. I love the lace work. I wanted to do color work, but at the time I couldn't find yarn that went with this purple. And I wanted to use this mauve, which, by the way, is Audine Wools. It's a Knit Crate, Twinkle DK. It's called, the colorway is called Knit Yorker, 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% stellina. There is a little, I don't think you can see it much. There's a little shine to it. Anyway, it is a DK, I believe. And all the DKs I had just weren't the right color. I wanted something contrasty. As you can see here, it's contrasty, but it blends nicely. It has a nice, you know, texture, or rather, what's it called? I meant to say not texture, but just the right vibe for both the colors. And I didn't have anything, believe it or not. So, but I still wanted to make this. So what I did, well, again, in this particular pattern, there's some, it's top down. There is some short rows at the back. It has lace work, and it has a graft. And so what I did was everywhere, I'll show you a piece, everywhere there was a different color, I did a purl stitch. So I just did a textured sweater instead of, so you'll see everywhere there's a purl stitch, that was supposed to be a different color. It turned out pretty cool, I thought. Yeah, you can see it there. So I really like it. I'm definitely going to make another one with, I did have purchased yarn, which I think I'll show in my next video. I will show the purchased yarn and what my dream knits are going to be with it. So yes, the Miserina from Caitlin Hunter. It's really lovely. And there's also a little, I don't know if you noticed, there's a little braid or a, what's it called, cable stitch between each piece, and then it increases. It's just lovely. It's a great pattern. I love knitting it, and I can't wait to knit it in 2 colors. So we'll see where that goes. And I have done color knitting, or I guess, what do you call it? 2-color knitting, anyway. But I learned a technique because I do continental and I do English, but I prefer English. And so, of course, I learned the technique where you can carry both colors, and it makes it so much easier. And so I can't wait to actually, I think this might be my next project. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about it in the next video. So I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I showed this in my last video. So this is the Joji Locatelli's boxy sweater, which I did not make as wide. I think I showed it. I think this might have been my last video, but you'll see. I just used acrylic yarn. It was from, oh, sorry, that's the back. From, what's it called? Oh my God, acrylic yarn from Michaels, which is the loops and thread yarn. That was called, oh my God, I'm in so poor shape. But anyway, I think I did show this, and I think that might have been one of my last video, but that was still in 2021. I made this one, which was, I think I showed it in my last video. It's just 2 pieces. You do bottom up, and then you split part in the front, part in the back, and then it's a boat neck. Not my favorite type of neck, so I really haven't worn it much. And it's one of those sparkly yarns that even after washing and drying, it's not very soft. It's just 100% acrylic, and I think I did show that, but anyway. All right, before I move on and change again, let's talk about my new endeavor into socks. So last year you might have, I think I showed you these socks I made for Nonna. Again, these were just acrylic. These were my very, very first pair of socks. They had the gusset heel, which to me was extremely complicated. And every time I had to do it, I had to watch a video. It drove me crazy. And I kind of gave up on socks at that point. So then I had all this fingering. I ordered like a grab bag at Knit Crate, and I got this fingering yarn, and I thought, I should probably always have like maybe a sock going, because everybody says, oh, you should have socks going at some time, right? And so anyway, I had some of this yarn that I bought from Michaels. It was the, oh my gosh, let me see, I can't remember. I know I have it somewhere. The sock, it's a Patton's, I think, sock yarn. Anyway, I'll look it up. I'll put it down here. Anyway, he has worn these so much. And what I did is because these are only the second pair I've ever made, I decided to find another pattern that would be easy and I won't have to look at a video or look at a pattern anymore. And I found this toe down or toe up sock, yeah. And I'm doing 2 at a time on magic loop. Yeah, talk about, let's just dive right in, Rosie, and just figure it out. And I found it so much easier, although I did have to go in and, you know, there were some holes here, which I've been, you know, learning how to get rid of some of these holes. But these were only my second pair. And again, 2 at a time, magic loop. And I also realized that even though this is a Croy socks, that's a Croy from Patton's, I think. These are hard, they're not very soft and they're hard wearing. They're 100, I think 80-20. I should have found that, but Nonna's put holes in them already. Like he wears his socks really hard. So I don't know if I'm going to make them nice socks anymore, but we'll see. I did make my son a pair, which aren't here. I made my stepdaughter a pair because she wanted a pair of wool socks. And those were done with paint box yarns, sock yarn that I bought from Knit Picks. And actually it was really nice. It was a nice stripe. Of course, never took a picture. Gave them to her for Christmas and that was it. So then I went to a local yarn shop when I was visiting my friends before lockdown again. And I picked up this yarn. And I made Nonna a pair of socks again. So I'm still learning because these ones, these are, I think, 90% merino. And again, the way they taught me to do this heel, it comes out a little. This is wrap and turn heel. And I like it because I can remember it. But it does come a little holey. Now, these are done with size 3 millimeter needles, and it's fingering yarn, and they seem to be a little too big. But I like the size 3. I made my stepdaughters at 2.5, and it just seemed to take forever. But anyway, so still learning, still trying to figure out, but these turn out really neat. Like they have a really cool design on them. And he wears these all the time too. So hopefully he's a little nicer on these ones. All right, I just have a few more things and I will come right back. So welcome back. I have had another wardrobe change, as you can see. And this time I am just finished this sweater. Actually, it is the Q-Full. As you can see, from Hudson and West. It is a paid-for pattern. And this, I did make some adjustments. First of all, I made it short sleeve, as you can notice. I also split the hem and made the back just a little bit longer, added a little bit of interest. Otherwise, oh, and I split it sooner than it asked to split because I think it asked to be split a lot lower, and then the sleeves are almost swancho-like, which I don't like when I put on a coat or a jacket. I find that really annoying. So I only did this piece on the sleeve. I didn't do this piece obviously because I just made it longer. And oh no, I did. Sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, no, I did do this piece, but it came up higher because this goes up here. That make, you know, it doesn't go as low. Anyway, so I did change it a bit. It's a really nice pattern, and the yarn I used was again a Knit Crate yarn that I purchased last year on I have so much of this left because I didn't use as much as I thought I was going to use. I don't know. This is a Bloom, Audine Wool's Bloom. This one's called Forget Me Not, which is 80% alpaca, 10% silk, and 10% camel. DK, 231 yards. It doesn't feel like DK, it feels, well, I guess when it's more of, you'll see a chain. So when, I guess you knit it, it does get a little thinner, but not quite DK. So I use these two colors together. I bought them to do color work together. And as you can see, I think it turned out really cool. I'm glad I did the double collar like it asked, mainly because I know alpaca, when it wears, it gets heavy, and when you wash it, it can get heavy. Now, I made this a little smaller than, it didn't fit when I finished it. But once I wet it, washed it, and blocked it, it actually fell quite nicely. It's actually the perfect fit. I'm really surprised it turned out so nice. Yeah, the perfect length. I'm really, really happy with this. It is really hot though. The alpaca, obviously, and the camel, and the silk, but it's really, really soft, and it feels really nice. It's just that silk, you can feel it. It's really nice. So I have a lot more of this. I'll talk about that next week. And that's about it in sweaters and in knitting, I do believe. I just have one other finished object, sorry. I made this blankie, a baby blanket for my girlfriend's who wants to give it to her son, or her daughter-in-law's having a baby. So I thought I started to knit this, didn't like it. I don't know. This is the Karen Big Cakes in Jordan Almond. So I did a rectangle, start in the middle and go around. The only color control I did was when I started the rectangle piece here, in here there was like one little stripe of yellow, and then it kind of ended at a funny place, so I cut it off. So there was no yellow in the middle. And then, and there's a couple of different dye lots because the blues are actually a little bit different, but you'll never tell. And I like doing the granny with this Karen Big Cakes because it really, I don't know, the colors just keep going round and round. It's kind of fun to do. So anyway, so that turned out really cute. I forgot how much I really loved actually crocheting blankets. It was after finishing this one and a pair of socks, I thought, oh, I needed something mindless. So this was actually a really good knit. So I finished that. And then she wants another one. So I'm doing another blanket, and I'll show you. I actually started two because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I had bought these on sale, Bernat Baby Velvets at Michael's a long time ago. The Baby Velvets you can actually wash, you can put them in the washer. It's the other velvets that they say to hand wash, which are a real pain. So this is called Blissful Greige. They say it's a size 4. Yeah, it's probably 100% polyester. And you can machine wash it. So I started one and just started doing the basket weave. Size 6 needles. You can kind of see it. It's all right. But this just a little piece took me forever. I don't know what it is about knitting blankets, but it's not bad. I know I stopped in the middle. So it's kind of cute, right? Anyway, so I didn't take it out. I just got another bag. Sorry, I got another skein, and I started doing a C2C blanket, which in like 2 days I did more corner to corner, and it's so much easier. So I think I'm about to start going up because it's going to be a rectangle. So I'm going to start decreasing it. But that turned out really cute too. Anyway, I'm not going to take out, I have enough of this baby blanket stuff to to probably finish the C2C. I'm not going to take that one out, the knit one, and maybe I might finish it eventually. I don't know. But those are the only whips I have. Oh, I do have one more whip. I lied. Okay. I have a pair of socks. And this, I do believe, oh no, this is the paint box yarn. What am I talking about? Oh. So here we go. Aren't these the cutest? Again, toe up, 2 at a time. I might try a different heel. What size are these? You think I can see these? I think these are 3. Yeah, these are 3mm. They seem, I might make these for my granddaughter. I haven't decided, but that's about as far as I got. So what I did is I took the 100-gram skein and I just put it into 2 balls. I didn't weigh it or anything. I don't know if they're equal or not, but I rarely ever finish the balls. And I use a little crochet hook when I make a mistake. Oh, and this bag I bought from Billy at the Crafty Floridian at one of her charity events. And I was going to give it to my husband to put his balls in when he golfs. But I'm keeping it for all my little sock things. So that is it. And if you are still with me, God bless you, because that is a long episode for me and had a lot to show. I promise I won't have a long episode like that again, but I will, I think of my next episode, because I was going to show all my purchases, but it would be way too long. So I'm going to, my next episode, do my purchases of yarn over the year and my wish list on what I want to make with them. So if you want to see that on what patterns and things I have on my wish list, come back. And that is all for now. So thank you for joining me, and take care. Until next time.